So if you hear this tonight and you're just thinking, luckily we're going to record this so that you can go ahead and spread the love and pay this forward to them too. So, oh wait, Danielle, can you record this? We're good. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much for hopping on. And I'm really excited. You are going to hear from some amazing speakers over the next 20 minutes. And you are going to hear some stories that are going to light your fire. And it just really minds. And just think about, what do you really want? Who do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Just know that whatever you hear, stories of people talking about tonight, know that that is 100% available and for you and your life too. It's not just because we're special or anything else. It's just because we made a decision to go for it, and we hopped in a vehicle that could take us there. And there's no reason why this vehicle can't get you there too. So my name is Delaney Dillon. I live in South Lake Tahoe, California, which is super fun. And I'm originally from Michigan, and my journey really started when I was 19 years old. I loved health. I loved being able to travel, and I just knew what I wanted my future to look like. But I had no idea how it was possible. I knew there was no way I wanted to work in an office. I knew there was no way that I wanted to just grind during the prime time of my years just to eventually become a mom. And then I just spent my whole 20s grinding for a career that I wouldn't even really be able to work once I have kids. And I won't be able to contribute financially to our family household income down the road without me taking time away from my kids. So I knew the only option really was for me to be my own boss. And so I knew that from 19 years old, I want to have my own business. And what am I passionate about? What aligns with my life and my goals and my values? And that's helping other people, especially in the area of health. And so I was just so grateful that someone shared with me this amazing opportunity and this amazing life-breathing business and products that have changed my life over the past 4 years. And everyone who you're about to speak with, speak to. And so one second. So for me, I was able to start my own business at 19 years old, and I was actually able to do it while I was a full-time college student. So I was working 3 jobs at the time. I had no energy. I knew I was needing to eat more fruits and vegetables, so I started to juice more, and I started to do things for my health to take us to the next level. But I still knew there was a huge gap that I just wasn't hitting. And so I was able to actually, within a few months of starting my own business after partnering with Juice Plus Company, I was able to quit my 3 jobs, and I was actually able to just focus on my school and studies and having an amazing college experience. And what's really cool is, flash forward a few years later, I was able to graduate and hire myself. I knew there was no way. I was being heckled by recruiters. I was one of the top graduates in my college of business at Central Michigan University, Fire Up Chips. And I was just like, this sucks. What I see all my friends going off to do sounds like the worst thing I've ever heard. All they talk about is how they are so tired. They are not able to have enough time to go to the gym, do things that they want, go travel. They can't get enough time off. They're not even making that much money. And I was just like, that sounds horrible. Why would I sign up for that? And so I was able to hire myself, and I was able to just travel for the first year that I graduated college. And then I was actually able to move across the country on 8 hours notice to California, where I've been able to just live a crazy lifestyle. But all the while, I'm not just, being a gypsy, not having a job. I'm working while doing this. I am able to fit in having my own business that allows me to grow myself, grow my community, grow my impact. And all the while, I've been able to really severely impact my health as well. And you're going to hear a little bit about, what these products have done. But everything, just so you guys know, is whole food based. Everything's plant based, and everything's proven by research. So I would never, ever put something in my own body that wasn't the top of the line, that I didn't truly believe in. And so the fact that I believe in this so much is what made this business so effortless because it's such a duh. I to add.
Awesome, Lainey. Thank you. Hey guys, I'm Casey, and story had a lot of similarities to Lainey's, and I think that's together, especially like at this age, we're all around. Mine started like almost 15 years ago. I grew up taking these products, so I had that kind of foundation with that amazing whole food nutrition for over half my life. And so it just has done amazing things health-wise. I honestly don't know like what my health or my life would look like if that wasn't the case, but I'm really glad that I don't have to know that. So I have 100% like confidence and belief in this product because of that. And it kind of planted this seed at a really young age. And I just had this love for health, nutrition. And so I went to college at Missouri State when I turned 18 because I was just following the path of graduating high school and going to college and graduating and getting a job. And no one, like up until this point in my life, no one had ever like challenged that, right? Like I didn't kind of question that path at all. And so I did that for 3 years. I was in the dietetics program learning about health and nutrition. And it just didn't really line up with my beliefs and what I wanted my life to look like in the future. So a lot like Lainey, I knew like the things that I kind of saw myself doing in the future. And I knew that, you know, one day I wanted to be a mom and stay at home with my kids and just have that kind of freedom and flexibility, but at the same time be independent and contribute and like have my own thing. And so this was like the perfect opportunity. And so after 3 years of college, I dropped out, which I never thought that I would do, but I just had that huge tug pulling me in a different direction. And so I just had to listen to my gut and do something a little bit scary and out of the norm. But I'm so glad that I did because, I don't know, 5 years later, I guess it is, I'm here in this place and I have total control over my life and my schedule. And I do this full time and I get to create my life. I get to own that. And I own my health and my time freedom and my financial freedom. And it's, you can't put a price tag on that. It's just so incredible. So I'm so thankful that I took that little scary step 5 years ago out into just something different. So if that's you kind of in that place of like the unknown, just not knowing what to do or where to go or like what the options are, it's out there. And we're all here to tell you that it's possible. You can do it. So I am going to pass it on to Diana. Thank you guys so much.
Hi. Can you all hear me? I think I'm good. Okay. So like Casey said, my name is Diana. I live in Orlando, Florida right now. But my story is actually pretty opposite of Casey and Lainey's. I grew up, my dad was an entrepreneur. He owned his own business, and I watched him from beginning to where he is now. So I grew up being like, I want to do that. I want to be a powerful businesswoman, CEO, here I come. I actually remember I started dating this guy, and he asked me what I wanted to be when we got out of college. And I was like, I want to be a CEO. And he was like, you know, it takes like 35 years to be one of those. And I was like, Okay, well, hold that thought. So I went to school at St. Mary's at Notre Dame, and I majored in accounting and economics, and I loved it. I was really good at it. And I found that a lot of people around me were not good at it and hated it. So I was like, maybe this is a sign that this is what I'm supposed to do. So I actually ended up graduating early, and I, throughout that time, also became very, very passionate about nutrition. I'd always loved fitness, but nutrition really became a huge part of my life. So I graduated college and started working as a CPA. I'm actually a licensed PA in Florida now, but I actually started working for a really big accounting firm. And at that time, I was like, I want to someday work for a large nutrition company. So I started researching schools to get more credibility in nutrition and wellness. And I fell across what's called the Health Coach Institute, and it's where they teach you the basics of nutrition and how to help somebody with nutrition, but also how to help somebody with habit change. And I really just fell in love with it. And at that same time, this opportunity was presented to me also. And I'm such a firm believer that like when you are ready for your path, the way and the details and the how just kind of like are given to you. So when I heard that I could help my dad get his amount of fruits and vegetables without making him like force feed him the fruits and vegetables that I know he needs, I was like, sign me up. Absolutely. Just the mission of spreading healthy living, true healthy living, not fads, not diets, just real foods, was like just speaking to me. And when it was brought to me, I was like, amen. Yes, this is amazing. So I hopped right in, and I was able to give health to my family, to my friends. And I was like, wait, I can spread health to my parents and get paid? Like, yes. So I actually ended up leaving my CPA job, and I was like, I want to own my own business. If I ultimately want to be a CEO, why do I have to wait till I'm 45? Why can't I do it when I'm 23? So long story short, I left my CPA job. I now own 2 thriving businesses, and I'm 24. You don't have to wait until you're 45. You can be a CEO and have a thriving business at 20, 19, 25, whatever it is. So yeah, that is my story, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Now I think I'm handing it off to Bailey.
Yes. Hi, guys. So I'm Bailey. I am 23 years old, and I'm from Michigan. My journey with the company, as well as the business and the product, started only like 5 months ago in November. But rewind back to about a year ago in May, I was just graduating college, finishing my athletic career at school, and I was ready to like take the next step in life. And I knew I didn't want to like work in a 9 to 5. Like I had no desire to do that, but I really had no idea what else to do. So I got the 9 to 5. I got really fortunate with a job right after school. But unfortunately it was like an hour from home. So every single day I was making that commute, hour and 15 minutes to work all day, 8 hours, come home, take that long drive home, work out, go to bed. Like that was just my routine. I had really nothing else going on. I lived for the weekends because I had no time to like enjoy like my week at all. So I was really just kind of like at a dull spot, and I was looking forward to something else, like trying to figure out what else I could do. And fortunately, this opportunity was presented to me in November. So that was about 6 months into my corporate job. And I already knew like it was not for me at all. I sort of felt like what I was doing like didn't even matter. And it wasn't fulfilling at all. So when this opportunity was presented to me, I saw the way that everyone else that was doing this was living their lives. And it was exactly what I wanted. And like I mentioned before, I was on a sports team like my entire life, and my career had just ended like 6 months prior. So the opportunity to be part of a team again was something that I was super excited about doing. So I originally joined the company just as a side gig because I was still working my full-time job, and I immediately knew that it was going to be like I fell in love with it right away, and I knew I wanted to do that full time, even though I originally picked it up to do like 15, 20 minutes a day. So now here I am 5 months later, and I'm super close to quitting my full-time job, which is so amazing. And I get to work with like the most, well, you just heard them speak, but so many other girls like them, so inspiring, and just girls that will help teach you that you don't have to follow you don't have to go to, you can design a life the way you want to. And with this, it is super fulfilling. I get to help people, I get to help myself and know that I'm changing lives. And honestly, nothing could beat that. So yeah, that was my experience with the company so far. And now I am passing it on to Emily, I believe.
Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me okay. So my name is Emily. I am 26 years old, and I'm kind of like Bailey. My journey with this company started about 7 or so months ago. So I am still working hard at building my business. But I want to give you a little bit of background first as what led me here, or I guess how fate handed this to me. So I have always been a very active person involved in sports, but the nutrition side of things never really clicked. And I was 25, and all of a sudden I was engaged and going to be getting married in a year, and had put on weight that I don't know where it came from, but it's that happy weight that always happens to us when you get in a good relationship. And I knew enough was enough. I was still going to the gym, but nothing was changing. I felt horrible all the time. So I finally made the decision, which is when I welcomed whole food nutrition into my lifestyle. And that completely did a 180, which then led me, because I started posting and sharing and, spreading my success and giving tips and tricks, which that then welcomed this opportunity to join this business to give me that vehicle to share my passion for health and wellness. I knew that I could change, that so many other people could change, and nobody really knew how well their body was supposed to feel. So currently, I went the standard path. I went to a 4-year university. I graduated from college, got a degree, got a job within my degree field, and I enjoy it. But what I found is kind of within my heart, a new passion for this health and wellness and nutrition industry is pulling me more towards that. It's so much more fulfilling. You get to help new people each and every day really live up to their full potential and help them feel and look their best. And if they have the opportunity to join this business, then they get to design their day. They get to break away from their standard 8 to 6, working through your hour lunch, never getting up from your desk, which is equally awful for your health. But it allows you to have a vehicle to step away from that 9 to 5, to have more than 2 weeks out of the 52 weeks in an entire year for vacation. I love to travel. And this right now is still my side hustle, but I am working this business hard. So that way one day I will be able to walk away from my 9 to 5 so I can travel more and tour all these places before I decide that I want to have kids. I've got a big old long bucket list that doesn't have a small price tag before I start having children that I want to visit. And when I do have children, I don't want to have to go to work. I don't want to have to put my kids in daycare if I don't want to. I want to be able to wake up every day, design my day. And this is exactly what this company is doing for me, and that it can do for you. It has allowed me a little bit more financial freedom. It has given me the ability to design my day, take off of work and not feel bad about it because I want to travel, because I'm still getting paid. So this is just a little tidbit of what this company has to offer you. And if you get presented this opportunity, I mean, hands down, it's changed my life. It's changed a lot of the people on this call's life, and it would most likely change your life and allow you to live the life you've always wanted. So I am going to wrap this up and pass it over to Katrin.
Thanks, Emily. That was super inspiring. Hey, everyone. So my name's Katrin. I'm originally from Long Island, New York. And I was introduced to this business, my gosh, last, I guess, July or August. I don't even remember now. Time is just flying because I'm having so much fun. When I got introduced to the business, similar to Diana, actually, I am also a certified public accountant. I was working at one of the biggest accounting firms in the world in the middle of New York City. And if you ask my parents, I was doing really great, but deep down I was miserable, and I knew that I needed to find a way where I could make my true passion, which is travel, a reality, without just burning through savings. I get asked a lot now that I do actually travel full time, thanks to this business, how much did you save before you went? And the answer is, I saved some, but I started working online. I started working with a company that I absolutely love. So it took me about 6 months working this as my side hustle. And then I was able to quit my 9-to-5 job, and now I travel full time. I actually travel in a tiny house on wheels, which I'm standing in right now. If you guys have any interest, this is it. But yeah, it's literally a dream come true. It's what I've always wanted to do, and I never thought that this would be possible for me. And so, like a few of you other girls have said, when your path is ready for you and when your journey, it's the time, it'll come. And so if this is resonating with you, and if you're like, this is the time, I'm so happy that this came into my life, take advantage and run with it, because it's an amazing opportunity. And you will be led, you'll be helped and mentored through it. And then 6 months down the road, when you're telling your story about how you used to work a 9-to-5 that you didn't exactly like, and now you're living a life of your dreams, you'll be thankful that you said yes. That's all I have to say for tonight. Thanks, everyone. Delaney, take it back.
That's awesome, Katrin. I love hearing your story, and your little tiny house is so cute. It's like my goal house. But well, everyone, I hope that you just heard a story that just resonated with you or inspired you. And, whether this is the vehicle for you or not, I just hope that if anything, you're just as inspired to know if you feel like you're stuck or you're in a rut, that you don't have to be. There's so many choices out there. This is just a specific vehicle that we've all found that's worked for us and that we're super passionate about, and we love paying it forward because it works. It's one thing to, talk about it or say you want this, but it's another thing to actually say, oh, I did it. Like, I personally make more than a full-time income, and I work, a handful of hours a day, but it's still not even close to what my peers are working, and they don't like their jobs. They're super tired. They're stressed out. They can't go travel and do what they want to do. So I totally agree with what Katrin said. If something's just hitting you, if something's just pinging you, I encourage you, follow the butterflies, like listen to that whisper, because it's for a reason. You're here for a reason. Like, there's nothing random. I think believing in coincidences just sucks the fun out of everything. I believe there's a purpose for everything. So just know, like, if you are just looking to boost your health game to the next level and that is it, then, we have an amazing Shred Time program that is seriously a game changer, and it is not a fad. It will literally change your life. It'll change your lifestyle and your habits. But if you're looking for something more, if you're craving community, adventure, just a plan B or a second stream of income, anything, this business is the real deal. And you get your own virtual franchise for $50 a year. I mean, my mom's a traditional business owner, so when I heard that I could have my own business for $50 a year, that's it, no catch. I don't have to spend like a couple $100s a month in order to do something. It blew my mind, and it still continues to blow my mind that I have access to this company and everything that it provides to me for just $50 a year, including benefits, which is good because I just broke my wrist snowboarding the other day. Perks of not having to work on a Tuesday, I can be on the mountain. Bad side, you might get hurt. But it was totally worth it, so I'm not even mad about it. So anyways, I just encourage you guys, reach out to whoever invited you to this call. And I just really appreciate you guys taking the time for yourself tonight. So anyways, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you guys later. Good night.